Well, speaking of courage, I know, speaking for Colin and I, after this morning, it's taking a lot of courage for us to get up here and speak in front of you all this morning. We're either courageous or crazy. I'm not quite sure right now. I know my stomach's somewhere in my toes, and about 95% of my body's blood supply is somewhere in my cheek region. So, hopefully this goes well. Despite the fact that I've been looking forward to the moment when I could approach the pulpit to speak to you all today for several years now, when my time finally came to have my say, I was stumped. What could I tell you all about being courageous? What in my life have I approached with courage in the Lord that you all have not in your lengthy journeys? No pun intended, but I felt that I would essentially be preaching to the choir. I considered a 4-point Reverend Richard Smith-esque sermon and searched the internet for courageous, funny children's stories to no avail. I have absolutely no idea where Dr. Rick gets his. I think we should start making him cite his sources because I honestly think he makes them up. I was completely lost on what to say. That was all until recent weeks when I met my own journey, my own mission. The Father built us all with passions. Passions of photography, painting, music, math, science, fashion, athletics. I've always known that my passion was for children. At the age of 3, I had nearly 100 different baby dolls that literally all had their own names. Well, some of them only varied slightly. After all, I was only 3 and only so creative. For example, my favorite dolls were Scott and Scott Christie, twins. A baby doll that wound up with one eye and a lovely haircut. I was quite the beautician. Every Christmas and birthday, until I was probably 10, my parents would ask me what I wanted, and I would always respond with the same answer, another doll. My father got so tired of hearing the response that he would say to my mother, "Another baby doll? She has like 1,000 already." Point being, I always knew that my passion was for children. The moment in which we connect our God-given passions with our mission that God has put us on this earth to serve, that passion transforms into compassion. The Holy Spirit fills you with the desire to do something. You feel in your heart that this is the right thing to do. I was introduced to the problems in Uganda about a year ago when our youth minister, Amanda Lowe, asked Bethany Haley to come speak to us one night before youth. I don't know how many of you know Bethany Haley, but she grew up in Murray and she now lives in Nashville, serving the Lord through her nonprofit organization, Exile International. She told us the story of so many children in Uganda, stolen from their beds, forced to kill their parents, made into soldiers and sex slaves. Their childhoods were stolen from them, and my heart poured out for these children. But I felt that there was nothing I could do at that point. Recently, as many of y'all know, the organization Invisible Children released a free documentary-type video entitled Coney 2012 on Vimeo and YouTube that has taken the world by storm. The video gained a combined total of 83 million views worldwide within a week. Celebrities such as Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Christina Milian, Nicki Minaj, Bill Gates, and Kim Kardashian have shown support of the campaign. The website received so much traffic after the release of the movie that it had to be shut down for a few days. And so many people have ordered action kits that volunteers have been working around the clock to fill them, and orders are still backed up. The video centers on the same issue I had been introduced to the year before. After I watched the video, 2 days after it's released, my passion was relit. I would realize that although I am young, there's something I can do about this, something we all can do. When God gives us a mission, it isn't limited by age or wealth or ability, but by what you believe that you can do about it. In life, you set your own limits. A fellow youth member, Mary Lou Hoffaker, a friend, Darby Woods, and I all felt passionate about this Coney 2012 movement. We felt our hearts being tugged towards a cause, so we all got together, shared our ideas, and came up with a plan. We created a group at Murray High School called Making a Difference, or MAD for short, which will focus on one worldwide cause per year as well as smaller community-wide projects throughout the year. Our first worldwide cause to start off our group will be Coney 2012, and students will be able to join the group starting Monday. We all felt passionate about something, and with action and effort, turned our passion into compassion. We all have passions, And while yours might not be children, there is still some cause, some mission out there waiting for you to use your God-given talents and take the journey that God has planned for you. The first few steps are always the scariest, the most challenging to take, but we must be courageous and trust in God to see us through.